Dobry wieczór wszystkim, I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic today. I'm Mysticle, and I'll be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. However, just before we jump into this one, let me tell you guys about our sponsor. Have you ever wanted to become the ultimate action hero? This is Vendetta Forever, where every moment is pure cinematic mayhem. Dive in to 60 ultra-stylish missions, filled with gunplay, acrobatics, and strategic takedowns that keep your heart racing. From saloon standoffs to high-tech hijackings, Vendetta Forever delivers non-stop action. The secret? It's all about low kill motion. Shoot to kill, kill to move, and grab weapons mid-air to chain together unstoppable combos. Additionally, on top of all that, just look at these graphics. If you ask me, this art style really adds to the feeling of action happening inside the game. It's absolutely beautiful. With global leaderboards and game-changing modifiers, Vendetta Forever offers endless replayability. Every mission is a brand new, fresh opportunity for you to dominate the action. Even better, holiday sales and limited time offers are available for you right now. Join thousands of players who have made this game a hit. Don't believe me? Just look at the numbers. 85 Metacritic score, 4.9 on the Meta Store, and 4.65 on the PlayStation Store. So what are you waiting for? Click the link down in the description below or in the pinned comment today to experience the thrill for yourself. Thank you so much to Vendetta Forever for sponsoring this video, and with that being said, let's get right into it. Fantastic news for those of us that are currently missing the Quest Pro. As we know, some of the best features of the Quest Pro were the face and eye tracking. And now that the Quest Pro has been discontinued, we don't really have that many options for standalone headsets that have face and eye tracking at a reasonable cost, let's say. Well, a Japanese engineer says he's making a face and eye tracking add-on for the Quest 3. The engineer goes by Nami and says he studied computer vision at university and currently works for a Japanese car company. He has enlisted VR chat user BBBBB_Himko to promote the device on social media and calls their team Vlugin. Vlugin calls its device the EF Tracker and claims it will be an accessory for Meta Quest 3 that adds both eye tracking and face tracking via 3 cameras and a series of infrared LEDs. However, there are a number of reasons to actually be skeptical about this tracker. Firstly, Vlugin as a team was actually formed back in 2023, and at the time was intended as a partnership with the Japanese startup Diverse. But 2 days ago, Vlugin announced that this partnership has been terminated, and that it's instead building this Quest 3 specific EF tracker. The termination of Vlugin's partnership with a company that has years of experience in shipping accessories for VR does not exactly inspire confidence. Well, yeah, I can see why people would be skeptical here. And there have actually been DIY methods to add this, but they haven't been simple. We're gonna keep a close eye on this one, and we'll see what they come up with. Now, onto Meta's OS expansion. When Meta first announced Horizon OS, we also had a glimpse of other headset manufacturers that would be coming onto the market, one of which was ASUS. XR headsets running Horizon OS were set to arrive from ASUS, Lenovo, and Xbox, although Meta has remained tight-lipped about the headsets since. Now a report from a trusted serial leaker, Luna, of course, points to ASUS being the first out of the gate. Luna, who shares information about upcoming virtual reality hardware and software, has leaked a number of Meta projects in the past. Luna, ostensibly drawing from an anonymous inside source, now reports the ASUS Republic of Gamers headset will likely be the first third-party Horizon OS HMD to ship. Reportedly codenamed Tarius, Luna maintains the headset is planned to include eye tracking as well as face tracking, putting it conceptually at parity with Quest Pro's most modern features. Displays are also said to be quantum dot LCD displays with local dimming, or micro OLED. Providing this is true, it would suggest ASUS isn't just putting out a Quest 3S clone adorned with RGB lighting, but rather a true departure from Quest's middle-of-the-road consumer offerings, which now include a $500 Quest 3 and $300 Quest 3S. While the report should be taken with a grain of salt, as all leaks should be, it's clear Meta hopes to make a move soon to counter Google's release of Android XR, which is making its debut on Samsung's upcoming XR headset. And I guess, yeah, we already had basic confirmation that the ASUS headset was coming. It being one of the first wouldn't exactly surprise me. ASUS is one of the bigger companies when it comes to this gaming hardware. Lenovo, yeah, Lenovo is great and all, and a lot of people hold them to a lot of high standards. But when I think gaming, I definitely think more ASUS than I do Lenovo. So I can see why they might be the first on the market. After all, virtual reality, in all of the amazing titles that it has, most of what it has is going to be gaming. And I guess most of the consumer-focused market is going to be heading towards gamers. So yeah, very, very interested, very, very excited to see that it might potentially have face and eye tracking included. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Here's an interesting one that Meta has actually removed from the software, as they have removed the app for viewing your achievements on your Quest. Meta removed the Quest Scoreboards app, which let you view your achievements inside the headset. The removal of this app was announced to users in an email last year, and has now happened. The email read, "We are getting in touch to let you know that on the 20th of December 2024, Meta Quest Scoreboards will be discontinued, and no longer available on Quest. The discontinuation of Meta Scoreboards app will not affect any other scoreboard or achievement features integrated into your user profile, and other surfaces on Quest. You will still be able to keep track of your scores and achievements through these existing features. Achievements will still exist, to be clear, and you will still get a notification when unlocking one, but after dismissing that notification, there's no way inside the headset to find your past achievements, despite the email's claims of achievements still being accessible in your user profile and other services on Quest. Upload VR has heard from scores of Quest owners and developers unhappy about the removal, and they want to know why it happened. It is still possible to see your achievements inside the Meta Horizon smartphone app and on your social profile, but this is just a chronological list. It doesn't show you how many achievements you have yet to unlock in each game, nor does it even group them by game. This is a very interesting one. I mean, for a headset that, again, is primarily, I would say, in the hands of gamers, removing your Scoreboard app is a very weird move. What I compared it to in my head was YouTube deleting dislikes, and I feel like this is quite similar, even though Meta hasn't actually deleted achievements or hasn't entirely deleted the scoreboard. They've just deleted your way of checking the scoreboard. So yeah, definitely a weird choice here. And I mean, if it's still accessible in the app, if you're not going to remove the feature entirely, why would you remove the easiest way of accessing these? Maybe they're planning on putting it back in a more minimal way, maybe in an easier way, I'm not entirely certain. Or maybe they're planning on making achievements and scoreboards app only, which would again be super weird considering the fact that a lot of people just don't want to be taking off their headsets to check these kinds of things. They're VR-based things, they should be showing up inside the headset. Either way though, it's happened. Let me know your opinions on this one down below. Mark Zuckerberg has finally admitted that the Apple Vision Pro is actually better than Quest 3 for watching movies. I mean, this is a pretty obvious one. It's got better displays. So I just don't see why this would be something that we would question. We're not even questioning it. I don't think anyone was ever mad about the fact that the Vision Pro was better than the Quest 3 for watching movies. But for watching movies for a $3,000 device that could be doing so much more, that's the questionable part. That's the part I believe people are trying to, get at here. Shortly after the Vision Pro release last year, Zuckerberg posted a 3-minute video in which he reviewed the headset and compared it to the Quest 3. In that video, Zuckerberg stated that while he previously expected that the Quest 3 would just offer better value than the Vision Pro, after using it, he now believes that the Quest 3 is outright the better product, period. Because it's better for the vast majority of things that people use mixed reality for, and claims that he was actually surprised to discover this. Now, almost a year later, Zuckerberg admitted to Joe Rogan that this is one use case that the Apple Vision Pro is better for, watching movies. Essentially, Joe Rogan, I've heard it's really good for watching movies. Mark Zuckerberg, well, the whole thing is that it's got a super sharp screen. So if you want to have an experience where you're not moving around much in VR, you just want to have the sharpest screen, then for that one use case, I think the Vision Pro is better than Quest. Again, it's the display that really makes or breaks it here for movies, where you're not really moving around, you don't need to have hand interactions, you don't really need to have controllers either, you can just kind of sit down and watch. Then again, for $3,000, you could have a really, really nice TV. I've heard people use it for like coding as well because of those really nice displays, so of course it can be used for a whole ton more. but I don't see that argument that you're buying the Vision Pro to just use it for watching movies. Now, we've spoken so much about how, Steam reached record highs, or at least second record highs during Christmas when everyone was playing virtual reality, how the Horizon OS app was the most downloaded application on the Apple App Store. These are huge, major successes for VR. But another one that shows this is the fact that the Quest 3S was the top-selling console on Amazon US in 2024. Again, this is a repeat. We've seen this happen before. When Meta releases a cheap device, a whole lot of people are actually going to go for it. But it's a major success for the VR industry, seeing how many more people are going to be piling in right now. And despite this headset only releasing in October, it was already top selling in the entirety of 2024. That is pretty crazy. In fact, it was the third most sold device of any kind in the video games category, beaten only by a Nintendo licensed microSD card and the black PlayStation 5 controller, both a fraction of the price. Clearly, 2024 was another year of growth for virtual reality. Again, really happy to see this. Welcome if you're new to the VR community. And if you want to check out the VR community a little bit more, Discord is down below. We've got events coming up like an avatar workshop for VR chat and movie nights. So in case that's something you're interested in, shameless plug, join down below. Now onto, I guess, negative news, because you need to have a little bit of negativity mixed in with all the positivity. You can't have everything be absolutely amazing. As you can see, while it may have been #1 on a bunch of different stores, that may just be compared to other gaming devices in general. As according to Road to VR, the Meta Horizon Quest mobile app downloads have actually dropped Christmas 2024 as Meta aims to bolster Quest 3S sales. Citing data obtained by the independent analyst Omdia, game developer via Forbes notes that downloads of the Meta Horizon app fell by 27% on Christmas Day 2024 when compared to 2023, which is historically the app's jerky peak for downloads. The chart that is showing up above me right now, courtesy of Omdia and Sensor Tower, also tracks some of the biggest moments in Meta's successive Quest releases, which included the launch of the Quest 2 in October 2020 and its record-setting sales the following year, the release of the Quest 3 on October 2023, and the release of the Quest 3S in 2024. That's not the whole story though. Notably, the chart above doesn't take into account re-downloads, app updates, or subsequent downloads on new or additional devices for an existing iOS or Google Play account. It also doesn't take into account users who already own a Quest device and are adding a new one to their account, such as a user upgrading from Quest 2 to Quest 3S. Okay, so it's got some pretty major flaws if you ask me, because a lot of people may have actually just been upgrading and potentially already had the app inside their account. So if it doesn't take that into account, possibly it's actually not that bad. Either way though, this seems to be a trend. I mean, I can draw a line here and it's going to be perfectly flat. Going from year to year, it does seem to be lower. But again, if it doesn't take those into account, it's not entirely fair, since I think a lot of people getting into VR in 2021 may have been getting into VR for the first time, therefore would not have had the app inside their account. So that's why that peak is the highest. However, a lot of people in 2024 might be getting an upgraded device. So yeah, it's definitely not a perfect graph, but it does offer some interesting insight. The Quest 3S is actually $50 off already until February 9th, so in case you guys are in the market for a Quest headset and are looking for a good deal on it, you can actually get this really nice discount until the 9th. The 256GB model of the Quest 3S is now $350 in the US until February 9th, $50 off of its original price. So this is literally just a discount for the 256GB model and nothing else. Quite an interesting choice there. I don't necessarily see why you wouldn't discount the other devices along with it, but still nice to see, considering this is a new device and they're already putting discounts on it. Either way though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. If you guys like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but let me know why down below. If you're not yet part of the community, check out the Discord and the Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. Seriously, much love. Thank you so much for your support, and you are what makes this possible. And as usual, if you want to be notified of your content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with you forward to my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.
Kur. A napisała nam, że nie było Melo. Jakie nie było melo, kur... Ludzie parkują bokiem.